We at Gallatry see all, or most, or sometimes nothing at all, but we always watch your mundane little life. We marvel at how small your life is and ridicule the insignificance of your most important events. We love the fact that you are unaware, totally blinkered, that we see everything you do and analyze everything you think. You are small and we are big. You are Anthill and we are Ziggurat. You would do well to remember that. We could flex our muscles and crush you, but we do not think of ants. We have many more pressing desires and needs. Our need today? Our need is today's question. And that question is, why a ferret?
Hi, this is Ava. I can't get to the phone right now. Please leave a message after the beep.
Hello, Miss Anchor? This is Justin from Bleecker Cars here. I'm just confirming your test drive appointment. I booked you in at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Have you been to the showroom before? It's up on the Splinter Hill Industrial Estate on the Ring Road. We're the last unit before you get to the fields near Jericho Farm. See you later.
Thank you, Eustace. Welcome back, dearest listeners. After the excitement over the past few weeks, screaming menhirs, communal dreams, submarines, haunted woods, and that bobble hat found in the tree, it's good to get back to some normal, banal drudgery that is a radio presenter's lot in a small town like ours. High five for Babylon Rise. Yes, everyone is going ziggurat crazy round here. The site of the old council building, Ground Nero, is being prepared for the foundations of our new civic project, and everyone is really excited. An artist's impression of the new civic building has been erected on the boards around the site, and passers-by stop and look in awe at the beauty and majesty of the proposed building. The project has got its own mascot, Ziggy the cartoon ferret. Ziggy is superimposed onto the picture of the scheme, jauntily wearing a hard hat to one side and giving a high five with the slogan, "High five for Babylon Rise!" I hope that Ziggy will bring more luck to this project than the ill-fated Snorky, the ski elephant from the indoor artificial snow ski slope fiasco. It was a real cause for civic embarrassment, I can tell you, when they finished it without a roof. The architects were never sued, mind, as they pointed out that every model that they had made before the build-out didn't have a roof, and hence it was part of the signed-off design. How many millions were spent on what's essentially a hill with a high wall around it? But when it does snow, it's always packed with alpine-dressed proud citizens practicing their falling over as if the roof didn't really matter that much anyway. We hope that the ziggurat will also cause such devoted displays of civic pride as the indoor-ish ski slope has done. Although it is not clear whether it's due to the threat of punitive ski slope avoidance taxes rather than the desire to learn to fall over in the cold. And now, let's go over to Jennings, who's down at Ground Nero, and get the voice of Gallatry from some randomly selected lovely citizenry. High five, Jenny!
Babylon Rise to you too. Well, I'm outside the building site and we're going to stop some passers-by and get the opinion of the proposed ziggurat. Hello, sir. May I ask your opinion of the ziggurat?
A man stops and looks at the giant picture.
Ziggy looks like a ferret, not a rat. I like pyramids though. Where do I need to go now to pay me housing benefit?
What about you, madam? What do you think of the ziggurat? I know we all voted with a preference for Babylon, but but now I see pictures of it, it's scary. I fear Babylon Rise. I'm scared of rats. And you, Mr. Zombie, sir, what do you think of the mayor's plans for the new ziggurat? Suit yourself, it's a ferret. And you, sir, what do you think?
It looks nice. Is that a hanging garden I see in the picture? What kind of impact will that have on the retail price of flowers, eh? I'm not sure that's been considered. I hope there'll be a compensation scheme for any florists that are adversely affected. Good day!
So, it seems that Galatry is overwhelmingly in favour of the scheme. It's a big high five from down here, I can tell you.
Thanks, Jenny. What eloquent and diverse opinions we have here in Galatry. Really? I'm so bored with this. They're not eloquent or diverse opinions. It's dreary, trivial drivel. I long for a decent breaking story, unlike this irksome chargering. And now, lifestyle article. We haven't done this for a while. I wonder if this will lift the tedium of my day. What's trending this week, Consumer Dave? Hey, are you plonking yet? Today we're talking about plonking. Plonking is the new craze from the West Coast. All the cool kids are doing it. Down on the boardwalks in the high schools. It's radical and lush, dude. It's quite hard to do at first. With a little practice, wheelies, tricks and jumps can be performed. Though, it's worth investing in knee pads and a safety helmet, as you're bound to fall off a few times when you first start. It's fun, cool, and could keep you fit. So start plonking today! So what's that then? Our curious listeners would love to know. If you need to ask, man, you're square, dude. It's the future. This time next week, we'll all be plonkers. I suspect some of you already are, Consumer Dave. So, we're talking about bread making today as well, Dave. Not quite, dude. We have the latest in bread snack technology here in the studio. This is the state-of-the-art Italian bread blincher. It's called the Blinciaggio. Look how stylish and curvy it is. A welcome addition to anyone's kitchen. It's Wi-Fi enabled, so you can blinch any type of bread, whatever takes your fancy. Focaccia, panini, ciabatta, bagels, bucalato. What's blinching? It's the new style of eating fillings or toppings on bread as a snack. Simply put the bread of choice in here, like that, and then program the machine depending on the type of bread and filling stroke topping selected. The Blinciaggio then refers to the web and gets the perfect mix of blinch time, seasoning suggestions, and partyware combos. So it's like a toasted sandwich maker, with bells and whistles. No, it's a blincher! It's the future! I tell you what, why don't you take this one home and give it a try, and then you can come and give your verdict next week? Fair enough, I'll give it a go. You can't blame me for having a bit of blinch flinch at my age. Thanks, Consumer Dave. It's no good. I'm still feeling jaded with the banality, the vapidity of this modern lifestyle rubbish. I'm not even a fan of bagels. It's got a hole in for a start. Your jam simply falls down your shirt. I never have butter though, not since I saw The Last Tango in Paris. Plonking, blinching, it's all a load of focaccia baguettes. Civic Responsibility Announcement. We now go over to the makeshift rostrum at Ground Nero, where Mr. Prentice is giving a lunchtime civic update. Perhaps this will liven up my day a bit. Prentice is standing on the rostrum and is looking pretty pleased with himself. He obviously thinks that being the sturdy rod in the new triumvirate, as the mayor put it, is a pretty big deal. Not so for the rod out of Rod, Jane and Freddie. In the rainbow triumvirate, he had to wear the yellow dungarees. Not a sign of authority, more of a sign of an elderly DIY store employee. Prentice stands, rubbing his hands together, and begins to speak.
Good afternoon, Galatry. High five, Babylon Rise. Welcome, everyone. The mayor sent her apologies, but she cannot be with us today. She's skiing in Germany. We can't ski all year round here in Galatry, as you will know. We have made great progress with our Babylon dream. Our ziggurat is starting to become reality. The site is clear. We've come here today to dig the first clod, the foundations of our future.
Prentice walks up from the rostrum and is handed a shovel by one of his lackeys. A spade aid, if you like. He then plants it into the earth, turns a gesture sod and high-fives everyone around as the shutters click from several bored photojournalists. He returns back to the rostrum to polite applause.
Thank you. We will keep you all abreast of our building progress, and we will have the help of a happy, friendly builder ferret, Ziggy.
As Prentice lifts his arms up and turns around, a man in a bright yellow animal suit with a hard hat galumps onto the rostrum whilst waving.
Say hello to Ziggy the ferret, everyone. He's going to build our ziggurat for us,
gurned Prentice.
Why isn't it a rat? The ferret is stupid. Yeah, it should be Ziggy the rat, the ziggurat rat. Hope he makes a better job of the indoor ski centre.
Prentice feels slightly uncomfortable now and looks across at Chief Anderson. The chief, an old hand at crowd control, pulls out a large air horn and gives it a nice long blast. The crowd is sheepishly hushed once more, and Prentice continues.
Ziggy the ferret is our ziggurat mascot, like it or not. And we've made an app for all you smartphone users that will keep you updated to the building progress that you can all access anywhere. It has been developed at some expense, so don't be the poor appless fellow who's found not to have downloaded the app, not supported the project, or met his or her civic responsibility for our Babylon dream. You all have a week to download the app and get involved with this project, the pet project of the mayor, and hence our focus here in Gallatry. Anyone found not complying with this directive will be in deep trouble. Remember, we still have the Identity Reassignment Act in force. Chief Anderson and his team and Ziggy will ferret you out. We will soon find the rats here in Gallatry. Thank you.
Prentice walks from the rostrum looking more pleased with himself than when he walked on. The man in the Ziggy suit trips over the small hole that Prentice dug up, and the crowd all boo and catcall at the hapless extra as his hard hat skitters across the floor and sits spinning like a top. Later that evening, Consumer Dave is on his way home from work. He sits on the bus as it trundles past the large billboard at Ground Nero. The happy high-fiving ferret is looking at him under the hastily added new slogan, High Five, Babylon Rise, get Ziggy app now or else. Dave pulls his smartphone from his jacket pocket and searches for the app. Is it under Ziggy or ferret, he thinks, but he just puts in Gallatry, and the familiar yellow face under the hard hat pops up after the first search. Dave hits download as the bus trundles off into the evening. But Dave almost misses his stop as he has spent an enjoyable 15 minutes playing the Build the Ziggurat Ferret game. He is quite surprised that it wasn't as painful as he thought a Gallatry Council-produced piece of software would be. Welcome back, dearest listeners. It's 7ish and it's still Gallatry out there, almost everywhere, most of the time. And I'm still bored. Hang on. I've just found a note slipped under the studio door. Let's see what this has to say. Please meet me in the vinyl vault tonight at midnight. Bring all the old stuff you keep in the attic and I will do the rest. We need to save Gallatry again. Yours, Donna P. P.S. Leave the back door open this time. Well, today is starting to get a little more interesting. I wonder what Donna P has up her sleeve. I better nip up to the attic and have a look to see what's up there. Damn that pointless continuity bucket. Consumer Dave pulls out his keys and opens his front door. He drops them in the feng shui pot in the hall and claps his hands. The lights ping on. He then takes off his coat and throws it across a chair in the dining room. He places his phone on the table and gets a can of Japanese lager from the kitchen. He settles down on the sofa and flicks on the TV. Soon Dave is asleep. A couple of hours later, he mumbles and slowly awakes to the voice on the TV. He jumps up, startled. The TV is off. He can hear a voice in the front room. His heart is pounding as he slowly rises, fearing the worst in the darkness. He sees the light from his phone screen on the table.
Polling devices. Laptop. Check. Interactive TV. Check. PlayStation. Check. Xbox. Check. American style fridge. Check. Backup phone, check. Tablet, check. Lynch audio, check. Reading data. Transmitting data. Thank you. B. This is the Gallatry Automated Government Utility or Gangu. But you can call me Ziggy. Thank you for participating. In order to qualify for the maintenance of your existing identity, you will be required to answer some routine questions or reassignment may be deemed necessary. Answering yes or no, please answer the following questions. 1. Do you think that the ziggurat is a good idea? Please press A for yes or B for no. 2. If you pressed B, please go back to question 1. If you pressed A, go to question 3. 3. You have volunteered to participate in a council consultation exercise in stupidity. Thank you. Your responses have now been transmitted and you will be contacted if you have won a prize. Hello, Dave. You have been a naughty boy, haven't you, Dave? Violent computer games, nastiness to friends and colleagues on Facebook, plumprumps.com, Teen Vixen Twitter feed, fat chicks in the shower webcam, F-middle, perv single dating for free.com, fast food every night, cure videos, mainly love cats, lynched ciabatta and cheese, YouTube the mayor falling over whilst skiing LOL. Underage panty tweets, filming yourself urinating in the street and not calling your mother on Sundays. Well, we can see that you have cheated on your wife, cheated on that online work assessment, cheated on your diet, cheated at multiplayer Halo, cheated the tax man, cheated on your friends with that loan scam, cheated your kids out of their inheritance, and even cheated death with that video you sent to You've Been Framed. No more cheating, Dave.
Dave is slumped in a chair. His head is in his hands. I could do with a beer, he mutters as he walks into the kitchen.
Gallatry Automated Government has come to save you from your errant ways. You would laugh at any other gag. Ha ha ha.
Open the fridge door, Ziggy.
Sorry, I can't do that, Dave.
Welcome to the party, folks! Donna P has just arrived and we're slipping away down into the vinyl vault for another classic curry bazooka night, I hope. Hi, Donna! Oh, what's that bucket? Well, Donna, I see you brought supplies. What's the plan?
Shut up and listen. I need your phone and some other Wi-Fi enabled device to act as a client so that we can see what's going on with Gangu.
Gangu, we asked?
Gallatry Automated Government Utility. I've been hearing all kinds of weird stuff on the nerd line. We need to see if it's got some kind of inherent weakness.
Weakness, we asked?
It's got Gallatry in its name and Prentice instigated it, so take your pick.
What's nerdline anyway? Is it a teenage method of suicide or a charity anorexic picnic? Donna P takes the smartphone, switches it off and places it on the table. She then starts looking around and says, "Perfect." She rips open the Blinchaggio box and sets that on the table too. She starts plugging the curvy Italian device into the mains and warming it up.
Right, let's get started. I brought 2 bottles of Cinzano, some pineapple and cheese on cocktail sticks, and this.
Donna pulls out a lozenge-shaped thing covered in tinfoil and places it on the table. She then starts sticking the laden cocktail sticks into it.
It's a cocktail party hedgehog,
she chuckles. Why is it covered in tinfoil, we asked?
In case they try to read our minds. Well, what have you brought from the attic then?
Well, I just brought this box down. I'm not quite sure what's in it. Let's see. Right, there's an old Commodore 64, some games, a cassette player, my old Batman outfit, a Breville sandwich toaster, a few Superstars annuals, and an Evel Knievel stunt bike, and this, well, my old theremin. Donna simply said, "Perfect," and began wiring it all together with the occasional slurp of Cinzano. So, what have we got then, Donna P?
Okay, let's go through what we need to do here, shall we? I've wired up the Blinchaggio thing as a client device, the only client device down here. I've also wired up the theremin as the controller for the device, so that anything we do or say should be encoded into the Blincher via the theremin, and then available over the network to the AP.
P, we asked.
Access point. Your phone will be the access point, where we download the Ziggy app. We're going to try and confuse the central Gangu with a language it doesn't understand. Neo-Luddite fuddy-dud. Got it?
Can I put the tinfoil on my head?
No.
Donna replied. Can I put my Batman suit on then?
Well, if you must. Have a glass of Cinzano. A little taste of home, amigo. The only problem with the plan is that I'm not sure how we're going to get the right handshake, the right permissions between the AP and the client. We may just have to wing it. Are you ready?
Hang on, are you hungry? Pineapple is all very well on a stick, but we've got a Breville akimbo here, sister. Let's fire up a toasty and do this properly. What do you fancy? I like baked beans. They come out hotter than the sun. If push comes to shove, we could spit it out and torch the place. Donna looks serious.
Listen, we need to turn that phone on, download the Ziggy app, and then let it connect to the mainframe. Then we may need to think on our feet. It's your phone, it'll be your identity getting reassigned if it all goes wrong, not mine. If you find solace in a baked bean toasted sandwich, it's your funeral. Remember, I've gone loco, amigo. They can't find me anymore.
Donna kicks the chair out the way, stands in front of the theremin and says,
Right, let's do this.
A wisp of dust rises from the floor as the chair scutters to a halt against the wall, and they both breathe in the mushroom cloud's bounty without noticing. Down in the vinyl vault, the ex-council scientist stands at the ready at the theremin. A small-town radio presenter stands hunched over a smartphone, dressed in an ill-fitting Batman suit, holding a baked bean toasty. He presses the on button with his other hand. The phone lights up and finds a signal. The baked bean-stained finger then searches for Ziggy and then hits the download button. A bar on the screen is filling rightward until the word complete appears. Okay, Donna, ready when you are. Donna nods as the beanie finger hits the launch button.
Polling devices. Blink schedule. Check. Reading data. Transmitting data. Thank you. What? Only an unused blinching machine? You Luddite. This is very suspicious behavior. This calls for an immediate Code 5 alert. 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 Alert.
Dear listeners, I'd always remembered this situation as a child, feeling that one day I might need to relive it, or in fact I was reliving it every day, but with better acting. It was just echoes in my head until I heard Donna P slap her fist in her palm and say,
Holy slices ice, Batmax! That big blade is heading right for us!
The die was cast. My prophecy was coming true. I couldn't help it. It just came out. No need to worry, Donna. I've got my handy bat circuit overload gun. If I can just hit that power supply. Bloody mask. I can't see anything in this utility belt. Bat anti-shark spray. Nope. Bat anti-pharaoh dancing balm. Nope. Ah, here it is. Things aren't going too well for the Cape Crusaders. The rascally Ziggy has Batmax and Donna all tied up. Wait! I've my handy bat-baked bean Breville toasted sandwich. Now, if I could just hit that blinch agio. The joke's on you, Ziggy. Batteries to power, turbines to speed, ready to move out. Okay, Donna. Left foot red, left hand blue. Do you want some more Cinzano?
I'm not sure I can play anymore. I'm disabled, I think. How's Ziggy doing? Is he still uploading?
Uploading. Leisure Suit Larry. Wolfenstein 3D Cinzano Bianco. Verb. Vulcan Bombers. Red Hill Coaster. Soda Stream. Razzle Pilot. Tiswas. Mantronics. Bike rides in the park. Pac-Man. The Specials. Carlos the Chaco. The Yorkshire Reaper. Adam West. Barter Minoff Gang. DJ Chazzy Jet and the Fresh Fly Prince. Sweet Friends. Power Cuts. Eating Stand by Candlelight. Scale Electric. Killing Joke. Your First Innocent Kiss. Bus Stops. Leather Jackets. That meant something. Drum Kits. Nets and Bars. Einsters and Hanoi Bottom and of course, Batman.
Wow! What happened last night? My phone is dead. I must have forgotten to charge it. What a mess. I guess Donna P and I had a midnight game of Twister by the looks of it. What's all the stuff from the attic doing down here? And why am I wearing my Batman suit? Thank you, Alfred. It's another day in Galatry, and it seems less boring than yesterday, but I don't know why. Chief! You better come over here. The new sergeant's found something. So what have you got for me, Sergeant Chassis? It's got no S, sir. Fair enough. So what have you got for me, Argent Chassis? No chasseur. If you're having chicken tonight, that's no concern of mine, Sergeant. So what have you found? It's the body of a woman, mid-20s. It's similar to the last one, sir. Strangled, dumped in a ditch. We found the same stuff on the body like last time, Chief. The magic tree, the travel sweets and the furry dice. Here's her driving licence. What's her name, Sergeant? Ava Handkerchief. You okay, Sergeant? We don't want you being sick on the body. Welcome to homicide. The Chief looked on gravely. Well, we better get her bagged up and get her down to Dr. Mass at the morgue. Mass, sir? No, he's a forensic pathologist. Believe me, you wouldn't want any extras from Mass, or his weirdo sidekick, Dr. Rianne, for that matter. Sure, sir. Bit of a bookworm, eh, Chassis? This is no Canterbury Tale, I can tell you. Sergeant Chass opened his mouth, thought better of it, and zipped up the bag. The Chief looked into the distance, munching on an aniseed twist he found nearby, and said to no one in particular, "We're going to have to tell Prentice now. Why do we get such strange ones here in Galatry? There's some kind of pattern here. The lone female, strangled with furry dice again, the same magic tree again, the driving licence stuck to the forehead again, another murdered body in Galatry again. If only I could see the pattern. It's driving me mad." Down under the bridge in the Centenary Park, the voices rise in unison, slowly and deliberately in chorus.
Techno 4 Gadget Cage. Techno 4 Gadget Cage. Convenience boredom slave.
In Galatry, again and again and again.
You have been listening to Galatry, a community-funded local radio station. I'm Adam Aardvark. Max couldn't be around at the end of the show. He often needs to lie down in a darkened room and sort of, well, convalesce. If you enjoyed today's show and want to know more or simply express a simple and not very cogent opinion, then email us at welcometogalatry@gmail.com. You can tell us what you think, although we might already know what you think. Or failing that, if you genuinely have no idea, we can helpfully provide some new ideas that you can call your very own. Ideas that you can share with your friends and family and become a much more interesting and likeable person, if only to yourself. This has been a Galatry Entertainment broadcast recorded in a haunted pub in Galatry. No, honestly, voices appeared on the recordings that we later had to edit out. I think we got them all, but who's to know for sure? Anyway, Galatry is performed by Max Black, written and recorded by Max Black and Adam Aardvark, is copyright Galatry Productions 2015. Thanks for listening. But remember, on your next journey home, Galatry may be just around the corner.